Hi everyone, it's Jason Mada with American Pacific Mortgage. We're going to launch into our building blocks of homeownership series. And today we're going to start with savings. And as we meet with clients, either one-on-one for consultations or we're doing a session for one of our home buying classes, usually the two challenges that come up for future first-time home buyers is around either credit, because maybe I'm just trying to get established or I've had some past challenges, but most importantly, it's around savings. And maybe we're, just trying to get started in our finances. We just maybe graduated from college or we're just started in our career. So we really haven't got a chance to really gain much traction when it comes to savings. So in today's lesson, I want to kind of walk you through some thoughts around savings and how you can best prepare yourself for home buying. So as we meet with clients and we'll design budgets for you around home buying. So we want to kind of better understand like what's our sales price look like, what's our monthly payment amount. And so many of us that are coming to us for consultations are not quite there and ready to go. Maybe they're planning a year or 2 years out. So here's our first tip that we'd like to share with you around savings. So if I'm currently spending, let's say $2,500 a month in rent, and I know based upon what my income earned is and what my kind of my financial statement looks like, if I feel like I can afford maybe a $4,500 mortgage payment, right? So that's a $2,000 difference in my monthly expenses. So what I would encourage you to do if you're trying to gain some tractions in savings, what we would want to first start by doing is start saving like I'm paying a $4,500 mortgage payment. So what does that mean? Well, on the first of the month, I'm going to pay my rent. That's $2,500. And then I have $2,000 left over because I've said, hey, I can afford that when I become a homeowner, right? So what we do is we take that $2,500, we pay our rent payment, we take the other $2,000, we transfer that straight to our savings account. And what really helps with that is that when we look at our savings account balance in 6 months, now it's grown to 12,000. Later on this year, maybe that's 24,000. I got to be really disciplined that I don't touch those funds because I'm trying to build that nest egg for homeownership. So that would be my first tip for you around savings. So try to pay your bills like you have a mortgage payment right now. Take the difference, park that into your savings account. Okay, so that's tip one. Second thing is when we think about savings, we're going to have to really kind of buckle down and try to create some surplus in our monthly budget. So we really want to avoid large expenditures like maybe vacations, maybe purchasing a vehicle. All those things will help to take away from our cash flow because cash flow is ultimately going to allow you to be able to accrue more savings. Okay, so we want to really limit big purchases, adding on to those credit cards because those credit card balances go up. Well, guess what else goes up? The minimum monthly payment on those credit cards. So now I ultimately have less cash flow available to me. Now, for those of us that are first time buyers and that are eligible for first time buyer programs, our third tip that we want to share with you is around first time buyer programs. So, whether you're purchasing in California or maybe you're on the East Coast or in the Midwest, there are a variety of different first time buyer programs available to you that can support you with resources around closing costs, around down payment. And so we partner with different agencies across the country for that matter to be able to offer you some of those services. So we would encourage you to check out some of those resources around first time buyer programs. So that's what I would encourage you guys to think about around savings today in our lesson around the building blocks and homeownership. So number one, let's try to create a budget that creates capacity in our cash flow that we can put some more money in our savings account. Let's limit the amount of expenditures on a monthly basis. Let's try to improve that cash flow. And third, if eligible, let's check out those first time buyer programs to help support us with resources around closing costs and down payment. If you need any more information on some of the programs that we offer to you, or if you'd like to attend one of our free classes, you can always check us out at mortgageeducate.com, and we look forward to connecting with you all soon.